Okay, if you're taking a walk down the aisle this year, take a walk through the wedding open house this Sunday at the Hotel Andaluz. Danielle Weed is Hotel Andaluz Director of Special Events. Happy to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Good morning to you. And I love talking about weddings. It's a happy subject, and I want to remind all of our viewers right now that the Boutique and Lifestyle Lodging Association did name Hotel Andaluz Lifestyle Hotel of the Year. It's a really big deal. So what is it that sets Hotel Andaluz apart from other hotels?
We're the only four-diamond boutique hotel in downtown Albuquerque. We're locally owned and operated, and we're also one of the only hotels in the country that is both historic and Gold LEED certified.
Yes.
So it's, three very strong distinctions.
Yeah, and you and I have both talked about that. We've been in New York, we've lived in New York. This place really sets itself apart from others. I mean, no matter where you've been in the nation, there's something really exclusive and sophisticated and special about it.
It does. We have the privilege of having celebrities stay with us from time to time when they're in town. And without fail, they always tell us that it has been one of the nicest experiences they've ever had. They're never bothered by staff.
It's true, yeah.
Which is really important to them. It's a private experience. It feels four-diamond.
It absolutely does. And the hotel, as you said, has a really rich history. I mean, it's a downtown Albuquerque hotel. So tell us about that historical element.
Well, I think probably the most interesting fact is that it was one of Conrad Hilton's first Hilton hotels.
That's right.
First Hilton hotel in New Mexico, fourth in the country. And the hotel's actually building a coffee table book.
Really?
Of stories. So people can send in their stories about their time at the hotel during whatever incarnation it was in at the time.
I love that.
And the book will celebrate those stories.
That's good to have, and so it kind of gives you the recollections of things, and people can participate and enter their own stories, which is really nice. Now, what does the name Andaluz actually mean?
It's derived from Andalusia, so a region in southern Spain. And our owner, Gary Goodman, who owns Goodman Realty Group, went on a trip to Andalusia and fell in love with the region. And when he returned, that became the inspiration for the hotel.
Wow.
So you'll see a lot of that southern Spain, Moorish influence in the hotel's decor.
You see it from the second you walk in the lobby. And you know, what's so nice is that, as I mentioned at the beginning of the segment, you create signature weddings. And you know, everybody wants their wedding to be special and different and unique. So what will you be showcasing at this weekend's open house?
Well, this weekend, we are dressing the hotel for a wedding. So we'll have the dramatic lobby set for a wedding ceremony. We'll have our mezzanine area overlooking the lobby set for a cocktail reception. And then we'll have two of our spaces set for wedding receptions. We've got the Barcelona Ballroom. Oh, yes, that's our lobby. Beautifully done. And we'll have our Barcelona Ballroom, which is pictured there, set for a wedding reception. We'll also have the Casablanca Room, which is our very modern, contemporary room set for a wedding for the urban chic bride.
Wow. I mean, yeah, and speaking of that, you do really cater to different styles of weddings. I mean, what we're looking at here are totally different looks, and you can accommodate both intimate as well as really lavish affairs. And so looking at these photos, I mean, you get a picture of the venue and what you could expect depending on your own personal taste.
Absolutely.
You know, and I mean, I just want to, while we look at the screen, let's tell everybody that this is obviously the address and where you can go to make any kind of information, and we'll get back to that in a moment. But I want to get to the fact that, you know, you've done some over-the-top weddings.
Yes.
And like we said, we've lived in New York, I've lived in LA. I used to do weddings for a living, so it's a tough business.
You know.
Oh, and you know, dealing with brides is not always easy. So can you tell me some of the more interesting weddings that you've personally planned?
We had an over-the-top wedding in October. An East Coast couple chose to have a destination wedding in Albuquerque. They bought out the hotel for the entire weekend.
Whoa.
And we planned customized menus for every affair, from their welcome party to customized chocolates on the pillows during turn-down service, to their wedding reception, to their after party. So it was a really fun affair. They took over the entire hotel.
Did they end up on the rooftop by the end of it all?
They sure did.
I figure as much. Typical. No, okay, so what could you offer the couple that wants the small, intimate wedding?
You know, we do a lot of intimate weddings.
I
think there are certainly those couples that want a big affair, and there are others who really just want to spend that moment with their nearest and dearest. We have a number of spaces, including the lobby Casbahs, our library, and even the Ibiza terrace, which can be used for
gorgeous.
ceremony, and then some smaller spaces that can be used for a private dinner with close family and friends.
See, I love that because it's true. I mean, everybody has totally different taste. Everybody wants something completely different. And again, you want to stand out and have a unique wedding that's right for you, that represents who you and your husband or your wife are. So now you also do a lot of catering, obviously.
We do.
The food is incredible at the restaurant. Can you tell us a little bit about the catering services in general?
Sure. The culinary team that services the restaurant, and I'm glad to hear you love it.
Oh, I love it.
Also services our banquet department. So we look at banquets as a fine dining experience.
Sure.
And we're a green hotel, so whenever possible, we try to use local organic produce.
Yes, as we've seen in the kitchen here when they brought food to us. It's amazing, and really taking advantage of New Mexico resources.
Yes, absolutely. We've even designed an eco cocktail and an eco hors d'oeuvre menu for those green-minded individuals. Yes.
That's fantastic. And celebrities are very, you know, when the celebrities come in, I bet they love that.
They do. They do. They appreciate it more than most, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And in addition to weddings, you do a lot of special events. Can you share some of those with us?
Sure. We do events for everything from proms to board meetings to holiday parties and award dinners and fundraisers, just across the gamut. So we're a great resource for businesses who are looking to have a simple meeting or their holiday party.
It's great. And even if you're not having a special occasion and it's a Sunday and you just want to go to brunch, you do that too.
We do, and we actually have a brunch special, and I brought you. I did. I brought you.
She knows I love food.
A little card. We are debuting a new brunch menu, and in the month of March, we have a buy one get one free special. So bring a friend.
Oh, you don't have to ask me twice. I'm there. I love it. Now, what time do you actually do the open house this weekend?
It's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a flow, so you can come and go as you please.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
So depending on your own schedule this weekend, just kind of flow on in, take a look. And so everybody can expect to see what it would look like if you were choosing to do a wedding there. It's going to be set up for that purpose. And there will be, I would imagine, some food samples as well.
We have hors d'oeuvres, and we'll have non-alcoholic sangria. We'll also have mimosas and champagne at noon.
At noon. So you can't drink before noon, kids.
Right.
Just keep that in mind. Now, how long have you actually been working there?
I've been with the hotel for just over a year.
Wow. Because you seem really passionate about it, and I love to see that, because just the way you talk about it, you really seem to have a lot of pride in the hotel.
I do. It's such a beautiful hotel. It has such a rich history. It's a privilege to work there, and I love doing weddings and working with couples on such a special event. It's a privilege.
Yeah, and touching on the fact that I said I used to do that, there's something that it's a lot of pressure, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime occasion, but there's nothing like the gratitude you feel when you know you've accomplished it, right?
It's so true.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And once again, let's remind everybody how they can contact Hotel Andaluz.
We are located at 125 2nd Street at the corner of Copper and 2nd. And again, the open house runs from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you. And I will be in with a friend for brunch.
Wonderful. We'll see you then.
Thank you so much. And coming up next on New Mexico Style, pint-sized chefs are making meals that are kid-friendly. Don't go away.